Okay, test. Okay, test. So the sound is working fine. Let me post the link and then we can get going again. Okay, so let's get going. Pop out the chat from here to another screen. There we go. Let's see if we had any requests this week. Might be a fast one. That was from last time, so no requests at this point. So let's go through the usual ones first and seeing if we get stuck somewhere or not. Oops, no. There we go. So starting with the indices. Let's get rid of that. So this does look impulsive, however, this structure here. To the upside, however, we never got that fourth and fifth wave again. After the 618, we never got this. So again, it still can be some kind of extended ABC here. This does look very impulsive to the downside as well. We do have divergences here though, which could have it as a B wave of some sort if we have a ABC. It's kind of hard to say now though. I think this, let's see if the other indices are giving us another story. These have shifted the contract switch, so we need to be moving those a bit. So we were talking about the possibility of having this as a fifth, but it could be that we are now done with that. Again, we're just going to be moving these along, seeing where this is going to be sticking. Let's get this in here. Some of the targets were hit. Our main targets were the 1-to-1 though that we already hit, and the 1.618 for that extension. We already had an extension here on third wave, but nothing really unusual going on at the moment. There is no divergence here though between the third and fifth, which indicates that this move here could still go further. This wave 4 could be here. This should be labeled like that. This could be third, fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Could be like that. We might be still in a wave 4 of this fifth wave. And as we can see here, we don't get an extension on third. Let's see. Yeah, only to the 1.236 extension locally. So we are expecting an extension on fifth. Either the wave 4 starts in these lows or these lows. Only difference is how we're going to be viewing this. I would be looking for one more high here. And this area here currently where we are at might be a good area for a long. Smaller time frame. We're taking out the low here already. This looks like a potential 5 wave here, and if we have some kind of 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that is a flat structure. Flats don't that usually extend too far, and again, as we have a flat and not expanded flat, this is a decent area to look for longs. Nasdaq has extended as well. We need to shift everything up. Let's move these up. We were talking about the possibility of having some kind of three-way structure here. We did get that, and we got that extension as well. This is probably here the best. 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. We do have that divergence now on 3rd of 5th and the 5th of 5th. And we still higher time frame does have this divergence from 3rd of 3rd into here. Although this 5th is arguably as well extended. Might not be over this last push if we are looking at years instead. Could be the 4th of that 5th, maybe one more high to get one more divergence going here. But I like the some kind of end pretty soon here overall. Some kind of pivot. Some targets above here that we've had. 1.38 to 20,860. I'm not quite sure if it gets that way or all the way there. I think we're pretty close to it now. Or we did hit that actually, that 1-to-1 extension. We are at macro levels now currently, where we could be pivoting. So that is important to note, at least some kind of correction is to be happening very soon, I think. Russell is already taking part in this dump, it seems. We'll see if the other indices follow that much or not. Dow is looking like it does, and ES might be in that way for still. And soon we'll know if he comes back into 5,451, then it's most likely a start of something as a dump instead of anything else. Tesla is pushing up. 3 here. That looks like a flat. And this is definitely an area of interest for a short. For a short here. And yeah, one of the targets, 1.236, is where we have other confluence areas as well. So if we are looking at the retracements, might be looking at some of the 618 or even the 786, which was a previous area of support here. Let's see some of the unclosed levels if we have any. We have a weekly down at the very lowest, 147. Nothing really else that catches my eye at these areas here. Let's see also the volume profile. Most likely it's going to be somewhere in here. Yeah, the point of control was already rejecting that once. Now let's see if it can hold the support, or if we are coming back to these areas where I'm going to be looking for that long opportunity. Again, if that doesn't happen, then we're just going to be waiting for the next setup. At the moment, this still looks like an ABC potentially to the upside. Baba, not good. Yeah, I'm not taking this kind of risk-reward ratio trade. Netflix has a nice 5-way move up. Divergences all around. Look at that. This is giving us indication that, okay, keep in mind that something is coming to an end. Something is coming to an end. Sure, it might be doing this and then coming back down, but yeah, these are the early warning signs that we have. We have 3 divergences here. These are not divergences here. It could be that we are creating some kind of triangle here before last push up, maybe something like that, and then we still have the divergences in here most likely, before I drop to the downside. Boeing never got that divergence, we never got to the 1-to-1. That might mean that we have a potential 1-to-1, 1-2-1-2 setup going on. The issue is within its structures here. We can see this being a more likely to be a three wave, and then maybe some kind of 5. Let's see if there's any. That is an interesting level there, that monthly 177. It is also stacked up with the monthly open. So let's see, 28. Hmm. $178. Yeah, I think that looks pretty decent here. Probably might want to be looking at that as a potential long against the current low. Yeah, that looks good. What else do we have? And the setup, if you didn't catch it, was something like this. Yeah, and up. Coinbase, a lot of overlap. This could be some kind of, if we want to be bullish, this can be some kind of diagonal. Wave 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I mean, that is super bullish if you want to be seeing that. Then again, I'm already invested in crypto, so I don't need to take that. Apple did a massive bounce here. No news here to explain it. PayPal, again, similar to the other where we were missing that leg to the upside, same as on the indices. So again, this is definitely not something that you would want to take. Or if you want, of course. It's not my decision, but not per Elliott wave that I was labeling and counting there. Marathon digital. This has that potential diagonal. Some kind of 3. Again, yet another crypto. Microsoft. This never came back down, I guess. Enough. Gotta be waiting for this. think actually let me well, I'm not going to be checking from here. Bank of America, nope, SMH. This looks more like a 3 waves up, and then maybe if we get 5 way down, take out this low, go up again. Because the way we go up to the these all-time highs, I feel like they are, is within 3 waves. So you can see that this is an ABC here, or if it looks like an ABC. So nothing there other than the BA, Boeing. Bitcoin, looks like we are coming down a bit. Just made a video yesterday. If we take out this high here, we want to be looking for 4th, 5th. And we never got that far, we just got this drop. We got some kind of consolidation here. Maybe this is a 3 wave, let's see. RSI wise it is. We might be looking for something like that. It's sad that this never got higher, but it still kept that divergence going, forcing it or giving it sense to go down because the momentum loss. A continuation divergence to the downside. If we get, let's see if there is some kind of place here. So there is some levels to the downside, 65.2. Let's see what we have. So if we think this as an ABC, there is a level of interest here, 65.08. There is another level here, 65, and that 60. Just before that, we had that daily. We had also a daily here where we are looking like we are getting that bounce from. Let's see if we label this a bit, or we would label this a bit different. Yeah, then that one-to-one extension would be just beyond that. So 65.4 to 65.08 is my area of interest for potential long setup. Where do I set my stop loss? Well, as this is a potential area for long setup, I would be expecting this to stop anywhere on this pocket here. You could be just trying to have it close and do something like this. So A, B and C, but you need to be taking profits on that move up. You could of course wait for that 1-2 potential, stop at the low, but then again you need to be watching market. Thing is, this is, if this happens, it's a corrective part of the market. This was also corrective, so what you're expecting would be a continuation overall to something like this. It could be a bit larger. It could be that this whole thing, this 3-way structure, would become a structure on its own, larger correction, where we are doing something like this. And this middle structure can get very complex, where you don't really want to be trading it. But if we get back down here into this area, I might be looking at a long setup, depending on the structure. ETH looks more like a 3 here, maybe consolidation at the middle, and another 3 wave. Let's see if we get any kind of levels that are interesting. So 1-to-1 330. See, this is not as clear. Not really 3 Well, 3300. 3360 to 3300. Is there anything there? Nothing. There's nothing there. Maybe some volume. There was some kind of previous areas of interest here. That is one-to-one extension as well. Let's see if we can get a volume profile on this. There is a volume node right there. There is resistance here as well, where we actually got a rejection from. POC is way higher though. But maybe here to about here is that area of interest for me. The thing with this is that as it is not an expander flat, we don't really have a extension target. It could go well down here as well. So on ETH, I might be wanting to look for a bounce before I get in, instead of just looking for the higher degree play like we have on Bitcoin. AVAX still fighting. Let's see if this can bounce up higher. DOT, similar thing as AVAX. Litecoin. Yeah, everything is bleeding as Bitcoin is, so just gotta be waiting for that to sort it out so before we can see any moonshots. So instead of focusing on all the bleeding alts, because I don't see, everything I see is like a 3-wave up. Some again have taken out that low that we had on 7th of June, while as Bitcoin again has taken that wave like way earlier. Some have not taken out this low yet either, the 11th, but yeah, some have taken both, like SHIB, and those are a bit weaker. Structure wise though, everything looks like some kind of 3-wave up, at like either from here or from a previous low. ETC maybe here as well. This is not taken out the lows, but again, everything looks very corrective. You can be labeling this into a diagonal A, B, and C into these highs. The structure coming down is quite a bit different. It's quite a bit. Maybe this is 3, maybe this is 3, and then it requires one more low here to create that matching channel look here. Something like that, maybe. But again, it's very complex and not really worth the time of trading or for trading. DXY now pumping, so everything else is coming down. Let's see the alt markets. And we're talking about the possibility of having this as a diagonal. We now have that 3-way structure, but we also have this weird structure, and it's almost taken out its low. So gotta be careful with this. Check out gold and silver still. Nope. Yeah, very overlapping corrective structure to the downside. So again, this favors the idea that we would be continuing up. Oil has created this V shape now. So if this comes back down, I might be interested in longing. Let's see. Maybe set an alert tomorrow on 76, and if it comes back into these areas here, 0.5, 618. Sad that we don't have any volume area there. Maybe on a retracement area. there is a significant amount of volume coming in here. So if we are using that, maybe I'll just draw in this. And shift it here. So I can remember. So yeah, 786 seems really decent, this area, against the low. Of course, at that point, the risk to reward ratios are really good as well. So should be taking that trade. This looks very odd. Could we have expanding triangle here? That would be weird. You could also label this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then ABC instead, and then 5 way down. Maybe that is more reasonable. Yeah, I think that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover this week. No requests at this point, so I think I'm calling it early, and we'll get back to you again next week if we get some other requests going again for the stream. But again, thanks for viewing this, and if you're interested in learning more Elliott Wave, check out the course on Udemy called Elliott Wave and RSI Advanced Course. And yeah, if you're interested in the basic stuff, go for the Patreon first, because this is more advanced with the RSI and everything. But before that, again, before the advanced course, you should know the basics. But that's all again for now. Thanks for watching, and catch you again next week. Bye bye.